Illuminati insider and prisoner Donald Marshall explains what Nephilim are. This is a very young Nephilim. They are an evolved species of rodent. I think they said Rodentia gigantes. Anyway, the things get big, big as the biggest horse. They are smarter than VRIL but not as smart as humans. They have no parasitical biology to body snatch people, but they can also do it using consciousness microchips. They're supposed to be good, they were not, they're mean. They end up looking exactly like the things in the movie The Dark Crystal. Foretold. They may be trying to add human DNA to the things to help them evolve smarter and less ugly. That's a model of one. But they look just like that. Baby very young Nephilim swarmed me but hugged and kissed me all over, like 20 small ones, crawling on me like puppies, kissing me and patting me and talking. Tell you all about it. Nephilim and Draconians want me to like them. They are fighting for my attention and insulting each other, trying to make me prefer one of them over the other. I am pro-human. Against suffering and cruelty, but these things are at the same rank as dogs and cats to me. Just thinking of that last time there at the cloning centers, with the things kissing and hugging me, I'm sweating all over. It's so disturbing to see these things talk to you. You'd think they couldn't talk. But then, we love you, why do you hate us, Dawn? With Nephilim and Draconians around, all the people in the stands are more scared and act crazier and more frantic. At me, friggin' bit me, so I bit it, gouged, and I killed a clone of me. Last time wasn't good, some hurts, but I am not going to be a part of a deception, which they want. A thing killed a clone of me after I bit it back, a big Nephilim thing. It was mad. It said I was just a clone and it was real though, and would have to heal from the bite, where I would just go to next body. I said I didn't want to get bit as clones or real and stop bothering me. Lots of stuff happened. Nephilim and Draconians and something called Elohims and other stuff too. Freaks me out to see new stuff. They're telling me about themselves, their culture and stuff. I'm like, why are you telling me? They said cause I'm Dovahkiin High Mukhtar and a bunch of stuff, but they want me to lie, and I refuse to. Threatening me a lot, hurt me some, don't matter. Solid resolve. Question: how did they manage to hide from you all these years? Are they the ones controlling everybody there then? Donald Marshall: they just stayed in a different section of the bases and watched the show on video. People get freaked out when they and VRIL are around. Classified as rodents. Dracos are different. I told the Illuminati I want them all dead, shot or whatever, unless they have a global killer tech underground as they say, in which case maybe just keep him confined way down, and plug all deep holes in the earth. When Nephilim get old, they look like this and are accurately depicted in the movie The Dark Crystal. They wanted to be in it. They talk the same and have the same communal bellow, which they call the chord or the call. It is a built-in natural biological defense to drive VRIL lizards away underground when they would attack. It debilitates VRIL with how sensitive their hearing is and how they depend on sonar. They have been down there a long time. They try to fool people into thinking they are the good guys, the wise ones, the elders, but they are pretty mean. They look at humans as a threat and as vehicles to occupy because quality of life is better as a human than a giant rat possum thing living underground. They have technology. They are also called dragons by some. Nephilim do eat human. They're omnivores, eat anything. Question: even each other? Donald Marshall: yep, sometimes. You know how hamsters sometimes eat the baby hamsters? Rodents are rodents. Full adult Nephilim, not little rattlings or elderly ones, are not defeatable by man. But there is not a man alive that can defeat them hand to hand. They've been mistaken for Bigfoot, Wendigo and werewolves. They are huge. And strong like an ogre, huge 4-fingered hands, 3 fingers 1 thumb, fist big as your chest. Question: in the movie Dark Crystal they are depicted as good and wise. So they want to deceive humans into thinking that they are nice, hence that movie is to brainwash us? Donald Marshall: yes, they eat human, they don't have fins, that's what the things look like with skin on. Question, are they slow? Donald Marshall, no. They run on all limbs. And cruise. Old ones are kinda slow of course, but even they're still pretty fast. Just less stamina. The rat possum things don't have flippers. I've been talking to a couple of them. I think that and meeting a few other things is what caused my recent heart malfunction. So they've upped the rate of disclosure and aren't going to torture or terrify me anymore, because they say I almost died the other day. This was not my discovery, they told me where to find the article. Russian government knows all about them, many nations do. They have some kind of global killer tech that keeps everyone in check. Russians will make the studies public. It is a mammal genetically, Rodentia gigantes or something, evolved rodents. I've been instructed to show this information, as clones. The Illuminati told me where the info and pictures were. I searched they are there. This is a dead Nephilim. This creature was found by Russian soldiers on Sakhalin shoreline. Sakhalin area is situated near to Japan. It's the most eastern part of Russia, almost 5,000 miles to east from Moscow. Russia is huge. People don't know what it is. According to the bones and teeth, it is not a fish. According to its skeleton, it's not a crocodile or alligator. It has a skin with hair or fur. It has been said that it was taken by Russian special services for in-depth studies, and we are lucky that people who encountered it first made those photos before it was brought away. This is a report on the dead Nephilim. The things are under the impression that I'll introduce them as the nice ones. They are not nice. It's like they just want to confirm more and more of what I say. I'd met the things and they said to tell about them. I said, oh hell no, there's enough with VRIL hosts cloning and head chips. I don't need to overload people's brains, and I have no proof of their existence at all. People might think I'm going nuts. Also, they look just like the dark crystal things, and I just referenced the movie. So they showed me the dead one, and where to find the article about the Russians discovering it. Russians may release their findings to the public soon. They know exactly what it is. They even have one speaking on audio recording for a short time. It's in Russian.
Если ты сейчас не ответишь, мы лишим тебя такой возможности и поместим тебя обратно в... Пардон? Говори. Подвинь микрофон ближе к нему. Этот микрофон на максимальной громкости. Подвинь его ближе. И так уж на максимальной дальности. Что за...
I hate that sound. They did it at me at cloning. It doesn't do anything to you, but it is creepy. You just heard one speak Russian and grumble and groan. That is a Nephilim talking. Just talk to him as clones. The old ones sound like that. That's not an accurate or truthful description of them, that SCP made. I hate SCP. They do not have special powers like that. They're very strong and can bellow at you and stun you, but that's about it. Close range thumb, they call it the thumb. The long notes they do as the chord, but the short raws and different words are called thumb and consonants and are so loud, a human couldn't yell that loud ever. The adults and elder ones are huge. Big as a horse. A big horse. SCP lies about them though. They disinfo about a lot of things to make people disregard it as craziness. No fins, hind legs, and I thought both forelegs were torn off by scavengers. It was rotting in the water and on the beach for a while. Question: do they have some kind of civilization going? Donald Marshall: yes. Question: oh, I see, why these things so cowardly? If they want to be known, why don't they just come out with it and quit acting like some cowards? For goodness sake, they say all this shit about being superior but yet hide in the shadows. They could at least give you some tangible items, for crying out loud. Donald Marshall: many reasons they fear getting wiped out. Being the biggest one. Question: why is Illuminati concerned with protecting them? Donald Marshall: because the Nephilim supposedly have a global killer technology underground, deep underground. A lot of that SCP report is BS, about half. They don't tell the truth about the Nephilim, adds supernatural powers and regeneration and other things that aren't true. The Nephilim and Dracos are very real. They killed clones of me, allowed me to examine them, they were embarrassed to be naked. Question: is that interesting or does it make your stomach turn? Donald Marshall: both. They showed me their physical traits. Everything. They will let me win. It's weird. Oh, and let's not forget, I have also as clones have had to talk to the Draconians, and I must admit, that messed me up too. They like me more than the Nephilim, and Draconians and Nephilim hate each other. They have natural biological functions to counter each other, like they were evolved to always hate each other, and even as scary looking as Nephilim are, especially adult ones, able-bodied, Draconians are 10 times scarier looking. They have fought. They were both always there. Question: several factions within Draconians too? Donald Marshall: most want me to have the say. Unsure. I think Draconians are united. Nephilim too. This is what these evolved possum rat giant rodent species things, Nephilim do. They all do this corridor call, as they've called it. They look exactly like this, and these are all old ones. The sound drove off VRIL Underground when they would attack, and one of the things in this vid is a real one. They do that from time to time. They think it's funny. Anyway, please watch.
Save them.
They do that call thing. It's a natural defense. It drives VRIL away. They've been doing it a long time. It sounds exactly the same too, loud and bass. That disables VRIL. The sound messes them up bad, has for thousands of years. VRIL have super sensitive hearing and rely on sonar. This hurts their heads badly and makes them sonar blind. The things look just like that. Their eyes are designed for extreme low light levels. Sun would blind them. They are incredibly strong. Stronger than any VRIL. Like an ogre. The mystics in the movie are old and hunched over. They can stand semi-upright on their hind legs. They don't show their deadly looking teeth. Like a killer whale. Hook backwards slightly. They didn't put that in the movie because they would look menacing. They wanted them to look like peaceful things. In the front, where you would expect to see like rat incisor teeth, like a gerbil or something. No, 2 straight teeth spikes, 2 above and 2 on tip of the jaw. Holes in the gums of its mouth to allow it to totally close its mouth. And they can make the sound way louder than that. They can mess you up with it at close range, especially if a bunch do it at once. Vibrates your brain and joints if you're in range. They can also do a short loud chirp that can stun you for like 3 seconds before you realize you're still standing in front of it. Like it knocks you out for 2-3 seconds, but you don't fall, you're stunned. From the sound wave vibration being so strong from something so big. I'm not going to lie, the things are mean, not as smart as humans, maybe stupid humans, but I don't know, Years ago I didn't know it, but they helped me make a song with their chord BS. That Russian report of testing on it is only half true. It doesn't have some of the powers that they say. They sound just like that. That was one talking in Russian. They talked to me in English. One was just talking to me during my last room stage. Turns out, their name for me is Dovahkiin. Question, Dragonborn? Donald Marshall, yeah, even though they're giant rodents, people in the past have mistaken them for dragons. They had a lot of input behind the scenes for the making of the game Skyrim. I helped make a lot of it, soundtrack too. Comment, I wonder where they learned that, effing Tibetan monks man, Donald Marshall, yep, they've helped keep many underground species a secret for a long time. Yeah, people have heart attacks from just looking at them sometimes, especially old people. Then they speak English to you, and it makes it worse somehow. That is what they sound like. Incredibly bad breath too. All the old ones sound like that, and talk slow. Kinda freaked me out to hear it on recording. Question, how does that kind of esoteric stuff end up in public like this? I used to read that site, the one that video came from, quite regularly. Imagine half of that stuff actually existing, weird stuff. Is that a way to communicate classified information over public channels? Reverse psychology? Donald Marshall, yes. A few years ago I was at cloning and had been helping with a video game called Skyrim. I also had to help with the soundtrack, and this was the opening song for the game and had to be good. However, something strange happened while making it. I was going to use the mind voice tech. They have to do it easier, but a sound had to be included. They insisted. I was seated in the stands this time and not down in the dirt arena. They said listen, and everyone looked scared. I didn't know why. They looked like VRIL were going to come out or something. The air was more tense than usual. Anyway, all of a sudden, Nephilim did their chord art call. Then more, it was Nephilim in the concourse all around under the stands, where like the entrances to the hockey rooms are, washrooms, canteen area, right? Well, people looked scared now. So, I said whatever made that sound is big and I never want to meet those things. They said I'd already met them as a child. I said I don't care, I'll make the song and leave, and I did. The Nephilim corridor call starts at 28 seconds. They redid it with human voices, listen. It's about me and the situation pretty much, even to the point at the end when you decide to kill the Elder Dragon and all of them or let them live. That's what the Nephilim call me, Dovahkiin. Even just talking to me at cloning means Dragonborn to them. Question, you said the Draconians like you better and dragons are associated with serpents and they call you Dragonborn. Is that a bloodline reference? Donald Marshall, what do you think? Because sitting next to aliens that could shred you on a whim and having conversations with them, well, honestly it messes you up. Not many can talk to him. They won't talk to many because when people recoil in fear, or make them mad, they scratch them or bite them, and the scratch is deadly poison. One scratch from a Draconian and good night. But I'm kinda used to their appearance now, and they say I'm their favorite human in the world. Obviously, since I'm not dead and all, and they want to talk to me, because they think humans will definitely want to go underground and kill them all. I said I think people will too. They ask me to speak up for them, lie say they're nice, when I'm on big TV, they'll set it up, I refuse. They're mad. Angry. Nephilim and Draconians and tall whites are in the Nostradamus prophecy picture plates, craziness, and I know what it means. Looks like a Nephilim resting its head on a thing, that's how they relax. Head supported on a thing like in the movie The Dark Crystal. Question, did he mean thanks? Cause that's hair I thought. Donald Marshall, it is hair. They have big teeth. Circular at the base, ending in slightly back curving spikes. Comment: jaw pressure must be massive. Donald Marshall: yes. Like a dragon would. Question: why is this conversation so important to them now when they've been around so long? Donald Marshall: they were stalling for time. They believe in the prophecy stuff even more than humans do. Said it's me, it's time, I win, they get known about 10. I lead the armies to kill the demons in hell, not in those exact words, but yeah, says he saves the world with the truth, and his initials are DM and looks like me and some stuff, yeah. Question: so, who's the god or gods in their prophecy? Donald Marshall: now they all say it's me. I dunno, there's a bunch of stuff, they play nice, but it's just to deceive, they're deadly mean. Talking to Nephilim like every REM sleep stage or every second one, people could kill a small one like in the pic I showed you, and an able-bodied man could break an older one's neck, bend it backwards, breaks easy, but there is no defeating a full-grown adult Nephilim, and that depressed me, lil bit. They stand right up, ogre-like, and strongest thing I've seen, they're afraid of eradication. They have a lot of hair, the old ones lose a lot of hair but not on their head tops, which is odd, you know, but adult ones, they have longish hair and it's like puffy like teddy bear hamster fluff, makes him look even bigger. Things can talk, they're smarter than lizards, shit is not good. But Draconians are smarter than Nephilim. Draconians and Nephilim don't like each other, they've warred underground before. Question: is their physical environment going bad down there? Air, water? Donald Marshall: someone in the past called it the Dragon Wars somewhere. Nah, they're good. Fracking might mess them up, if so let's frack the world. Anyway, I don't like Nephilim and I say blast him or make him go away, way away. Draconians too, which I will tell you about in a bit. They expected me to lie and introduce them as nice, they are not nice. I said that I would, and then at the microphone I planned to tell the truth on TV and betray him, but no, they used truth serum on my clone and asked me. And I told them my exact plan. Then they crushed me, stomped me to death, me drugged, couldn't block, stomped to death, hurt. Next clone, Nephilim and other things have different gods, Azazel, Lucifer and others. Question: are they mainly just in Russia or can they be found all over? Donald Marshall: Russia, China, and other places, but those two countries for sure. They talk slow and whisper like in the Dark Crystal movie. Younger ones talk faster, they learn as they age, have language. Written to supposedly. Unknown about which text they have. They and humans at cloning said they have a global killer tech like polar shift or solar flare, something, unknown where they got the tech. They will eat anything. Veggies, meat, they do eat human. They wear clothes, like robes. Younger ones are hairier, the old ones lose a lot of hair, but keep the hair on the top of the head. There's probs with rats and dracs. Things are pissed then apologetic to me with tears. Alien tears? Nephilim are trying to show off and compliment me, Draconians are doing the same. They hate each other, shit's weirder than ever. I said I hate in both and where's the AK? Nephilim and Draconians don't get the chance to talk there much, because, merely the sight of them takes years off people's lives. Just looking at them as REM clones temporarily, they want me to choose a side. I said neither, I'm human, pro-human. They said I'm savior, they said I'm their savior too. They were mad that I don't care about them. They said they always thought since I was a kid that I'd find a way. There is no way. They kill humans sometimes on impulse, they want to peacefully coexist with humans, but they eat humans. They said they'd give that up, but I just don't trust him. They were acting nice, they were not nice, it is a deception and always will be. I offered isolation and quarantine underground. They accepted, but they want humans to give them stuff regularly. And they have humans down there, which I actually demand be released even if they were permanently retarded or something by now. I will not leave them there. I can't plug the holes and leave humans down there. Aliens got a breeding program down there, body farm, can't have that, for some unknown reason. I have some authority with them. I am not down with them. They will surrender. They have to stay in the dark, sun blinds them. They were all built for underground. They'd have to be seen and known about, on TV and like real TV. No green screen stuff. Examine some dead ones. People will know they are real, no fake plug-in holes and never see them. People will question that and I'm not wanting to be doubted, so gonna have to see some ugly things. They were gonna talk. People are gonna have heart attacks all over the world. Just to see the horrifying things on TV and be shown their bodily functions, like parasitical takeover, that's gonna make people some mad. Nephilim, Rodentis gigantus, are known as dragons. Nothing else is allowed to call itself dragons because of this. Other things call themselves draconians or dracos or variants of draconian, alpha and other stuff. Name is taken like, oh. And another thing, coincides with mythology, dragons don't tell their real names, like in demonic occult lore, where you know the demon's name and have power over them. This was cool, a bunch of ancient ones told me their names. I'm supposed to not be allowed to tell you, they're effing psycho about it. They live a long time and only tell other Nephilim that they like their names, and then it's a secret, like a gimmick or hobby-like thing they do. But I learned the names of two, and others but these two I shot with an AK-47. A test I supposedly failed, oh well, but yeah, I shot a female Nephilim that day and a male. The female's true name was Zusu and the male was Chalbek. The Nephilim had much input into the Skyrim game. From behind the scenes, some of the language is theirs, have to section them off, there are a lot of them. Just have to plug the holes in the earth. If they F around, eradication. But I want them on video and known about. I hate that noise, they got way bad breath too, fills the room when they do it in numbers, terrible stink, they don't brush, effing dragon breath for real. But it's not the smell, it's the sound. Nothing breathes fire, some stuff spits acid, stomach acid, concentrated but no, they can vibrate your brain, with a loud shout at you, like the effing game. Things ifed me up with it like 2.5 weeks ago. Tell you later but oh my effing god, I effing hate them, where is my AK? The holes in the earth. If they F around, eradication. But I want them on video and known about. I hate that noise, they got way bad breath too, fills the room when they do it in numbers, terrible stink, they don't brush, effing dragon breath for real. But it's not the smell, it's the sound. Nothing breathes fire, some stuff spits acid, stomach acid, concentrated but no, they can vibrate your brain, with a loud shout at you, like the effing game. Things ifed me up with it like 2.5 weeks ago. Tell you later but oh my effing god, I effing hate them, where is my AK? I quieted them up at cloning though, yeah imagine I'm surrounding you and blasting you with mega bass sound? Like 5 to 6 feet away all focusing the sound waves on ya? It kills ya, they have other sounds they can make. Very important to know this. The cord is long and steady the effing things can make abrupt consonants and stun you. They say a gruck. Way loud right in front of you? It's so loud and bassy, stuns you for like 4 to 5 seconds. You stand there brain vibrated sometimes can knock you out, but you can't speak or move for 4 to 5 seconds. They demonstrated on me. Told me I could do it, but it was a lie. Japs call it the HARA shout or HEIMEI or something, humans can't do it like that. Only to startle, which works too but not like these Nephilim things, they shout at you and it disables you, continuous and it gives you brain swelling and you die. They VRILs up, yup bass. The things have an inflatable bass tube-like thing built in their necks parallels their throats, makes the sounds stronger. It's full of gross stuff. I examined them closely. Other things too. Comment, so we are going to need special helmets and something to be able to deflect sound. Wonder if there is something that could repel the sound waves, or change them, so they couldn't hurt us, but use them to kill VRIL, Donald Marshall, to ensure the truth and to give an accurate report. No, they have guns. The shouting cord in stuff is just a religious thing to Nephilim now. Question, who do they worship? Why have religion? Donald Marshall, me? Question, like human-made or special guns? Donald Marshall, special. Beams, no recoil. I sound like that idiot white hat guy. Question, since when is a rodent a dragon? I thought dragons had scales? Donald Marshall, they wear robes and hoods and with the elongated snout, and teeth, they look the part. Question, do they look something like this? This is on a building in Rochester, New York. Donald Marshall, very similar. Illuminati prisoner Donald Marshall is being taken to the cloning centers against his will and they are torturing him there. People, including innocent children, are being used as sex slaves and are being tortured there as well. Don needs as many people as possible to help him inform the world about the Illuminati's secrets like human cloning, cloning centers, VRIL Lizards, parasited human hosts and dead Chipheads. Please help rescue those that are trapped and silenced with the threat of endless torture and death by sharing Donald Marshall's information and videos. The sooner this all becomes global, the sooner everyone will know the truth and those that are trapped will be freed. For more information, please check out Donald Marshall's Facebook, www.facebook.com/donald.marshall.148, and Donald Marshall's forum, www.donaldmarshall.proboards.com.
They told me so much stuff, man. I'm telling you everything. I'll tell you everything.
It's all true. I'll tell you all about it. I'll never ever lie. I won't never exaggerate. There's no need.